For a while now, it seems as though Marvel has been teasing at the Young Avengers, introducing many of the team's roster or other young superheroes across various films and shows within the past few years. But until now, it hasn't gone anywhere. Thankfully, the ending of the Marvels changed that. In the climax, after Monica Rambeau ends up in an alternate reality, Carol Danvers moves teen superhero Kamala Khan and her family into Monica's Louisiana home, since their house in Jersey City was destroyed by alien shenanigans. Here, Carol and Kamala commiserate over their friend's disappearance, and agree that the three of them made a good team. This sparks an idea that Kamala is about to float Carol's way, when the movie hard cuts to its closing sequence, so we can see her plan in action. In New York City, the young archer Kate Bishop, Hawkeye's protege, seen in the Disney Plus series Hawkeye, sneaks back into her apartment, bow and quiver in hand, and greets her one-eyed canine pizza dog. She sees a figure lurking in the darkness, and thankfully doesn't immediately decorate this intruder with lethal arrows. It turns out to be Kamala, dressed in her best Captain America disguise, a low-brimmed baseball cap. Kamala has access to all of Saber's intel on other heroes, and she's been doing some digging. Specifically, she's noticed a lot of young heroes all around her age. She delivers a sale pitch much like the one Nick Fury did after the credits of the original Iron Man, asking Kate if she thinks she's the only kid superhero in the world, to which Kate sharply responds, "I'm 23. You've just become part of a much larger universe," she tells Kate, just as Fury once did to Stark, before dropping a hint that she also plans to recruit Cassie Lang, Ant-Man's daughter. The scene marks Marvel's first steps toward bringing together the Young Avengers, who formed in the Avengers' absence in 2005 after a comic storyline titled Avengers Disassembled. It doesn't quite make sense for Kamala to put together a replacement or junior team when Nick Fury and the actual Avengers are still out and about, but a fair amount of groundwork has already been laid for them throughout the MCU. In the comics, the Young Avengers' first big villain was King the Conqueror, who's slowly working his way up to being a Thanos-level big bad in the movies and TV shows. And there are other B-tier superhero kids running around, in addition to Kamala, Kate, and Cassie. The two best-known versions of the Young Avengers team were created by Alan Heinberg and Jim Choing in 2005, and Kieran Gillen and Jay McKelvey in 2011. Since Kamala wasn't around in the comics until 2014, she's never actually been a member, though she was part of a similar teen hero squad known as the Champions alongside Miles Morales, the comic's younger Spider-Man. Kate was part of the 2005 squad, as was Cassie, who Kamala mentions. The daughter of Scott Lang, she's got her own shrinking tech and super suit. Eli Bradley was also a part of the 2005 team, a character briefly glimpsed in the TV show The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The grandson of super soldier Isaiah Bradley, Eli inherited his grandfather's powers and took on the Captain America-esque mantle of Patriot. Wanda and Vision's kids from WandaVision are also Young Avengers in the comics. Billy is Wiccan, who has his mother's hex powers, while Tommy is Speed, a speedster like his uncle Quicksilver. We briefly saw them use these powers in the show, and while they were erased from existence by the end, we also know, thanks to their appearance in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, that there are infinite versions of them elsewhere in the cosmos, so they shouldn't be too hard to recruit. Rounding out the first-round members with something of an MCU presence is the high-tech hero Iron Lad, who we haven't technically met yet. He's a younger king who travels back in time and recruits the Young Avengers to stop his older self from going on a conquering spree. Since we've met at least one king variant who proves they aren't all bad, Iron Lad showing up on the timeline is just a matter of time. The only other original member with no MCU footprint whatsoever thus far is Hulkling, who isn't actually related to the Hulk. Rather, he's a half-Kree, half-Skrull shapeshifter, and the son of the original Captain Marvel, Mar-Vell. It's possible that the MCU's version of Mar-Vell had a secret Skrull affair and a child we didn't know about, but this role may be filled by Bruce Banner's green-skinned son, Scar, who was revealed in the final episode of She-Hulk. He was never an original member of the team in the comics, but he would fill the role of the Hulk on the team. When it comes to the team's second iteration in Gillen and McKelvey's 2001 comics, in addition to Kate, Billy, Tommy, and Hulkling, you have Miss America, who we've already been introduced to in the movies, America Chavez, who could be seen universe-hopping alongside Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, has abilities that allow her to punch holes between different dimensions. And then there's Prodigy, who possesses enhanced knowledge. Kid Loki was also a member of the Young Avengers at some points in the comics. He appeared in the first season of Loki at the end of time after he was pruned, but we're still unaware of his fate. And then someone who wasn't part of the team in the comics, Chicago teenager Riri Williams was a major part of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and with her own series coming soon, her intelligence and powerful inventions would make her a worthwhile addition to the team. Marvel is yet to announce a Young Avengers film or TV show, so it remains to be seen whether the teenage team will be getting their own show or movie, or if they'll show up in an already unannounced project, like Avengers Secret Wars. Still, there are plenty of potential heroes who could join the team. What did you think of the Marvels? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video and subscribe for more Marvel videos. And remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you. Always.